Patriots going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Let's discuss this offense now, and Julian Edelman, very good player.
Has really developed into a terrific slot receiver, and a lot of times he would be the primary receiver. Still mad coming out of college that he's not a quarterback in the NFL. He takes it out on the opposing defenses.
Wide open, Julian Edelman. A good pickup there at 22. The former seventh-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
10 yards still left on second down. Brady to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They do go for it. It's Brady. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Again, it's Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they're operating in the red zone.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
It seems like whenever people talk about Chris Long, the number one thing they discuss is his motor and how relentless he is. Let's not forget, he's also a superior athlete.
Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll run it with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back onto the field comes the New England offense, and earlier in the broadcast we were talking about Tom Brady and his mastery over Buffalo. 26-3 against them with his win in Week 8, and New England 3 games up already in their division.
Not unusual for them at all. When you start a season, you think New England in the AFC East and who might be a second team that can challenge for a wild card. But Tom Brady and what he does against Buffalo kind of reminds me of when I played golf against you in the local muni. That is your track. You own that one, and that's how he does it against Buffalo.
The local muni, you mean municipal course?
That would be correct.
They'll get 17 yards there, and it gives the Pats a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this. This is caught inside the 15. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 45 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now Brady again. This will be caught at about the 5. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're...
He's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw...
They're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, trying to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Brady now on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, to switch gears, the trade deadline looming, and New England and Cleveland got in on the act as the Patriots shipped Jamie Collins, the linebacker, to the Browns.
I have to admit that for me, this is a major league shocker because of the way Jamie Collins adapted and fit into the defense in New England. They used him all over the place. There were even plays where it looked like he would line up at safety in certain situations, let alone play linebacker and chase plays down. He's going to Cleveland. That'll help the Browns instantly with his versatility.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Amendola in motion right. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He hits White, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now a 1st down following that long gain. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was. He read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
20.
Again, they'll throw with Brady, and that's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rob Ninkovich from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Time to step aside. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Here we go.
The better a route runner you are, get there and picked up a first down.
Well, we have a second. I have to ask you what you dressed for Halloween.
It was tough. I had to try and narrow it down because there's so many different great options. So finally I decided to just go as your bodyguard. I thought that would be kind of cool.
That's funny because I was going to say I went as Charles Davis.
Now,
Some guys in the league, though, they got into the act, didn't they?
yeah, he certainly did. We saw Richard Sherman at a press conference last week, and he revealed that his wizardry is not just on the field, it's off the field. And I had a chance to talk to Cam Jordan of the Saints and asked him about that, and he said he had it narrowed down to 2 different superheroes that he was going to wear for Halloween because the kids wanted him to.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Cowboys are set up now with a 1st and goal. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Patriots coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, going off topic a minute, Charles, I know you and I really enjoyed watching Sunday night's game in Week 8, Dallas.
Typically when we talk about quarterbacks, it's rarely that we talk about one without someone else who's a peer of his that we're always comparing them to, right? So these two have that opportunity to do that in the future. And let's face it, when the season began, we thought it might be Carson Wentz and Jared Goff since they went 1 and 2 in the NFL draft.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead.
Now they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. Blunt, the lone running back. Now Brady, he's got time. Escaping, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Well, you know that old expression, just out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield, the blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, we have a pause here. It's hard to believe, but already halfway through the NFL season.
How about what New England's done already? At 7-1, and remember, they had to get Tom Brady back. They barely missed a beat. They are setting the pace, and people think right now they may be the best team in the league. Dallas, did you expect them to only have one loss at this stage of the season? What they're doing in the NFC East, that's pretty remarkable, especially with a rookie quarterback. And then you have to take a good look at Atlanta, leading the pace.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the sideline and complete to Gronkowski. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Defense showing blitz. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. All right, Charles, we've already hit the midway point of the season, so give me your report card so far.
Well, let's just go ahead and start with New England being New England, right, at 7-1. And teams that are up that maybe we didn't quite expect, Dallas. Oakland, we heard, might be a contender, but 6-2, that's a pretty good record. And Atlanta leading the NFC South. Teams on the flip side, Carolina and Arizona, we thought they'd both be much better at this stage.
For a good game. He got 29 yards that time. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Brady to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Unable to get into Gronkowski that time. And now it's third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And a dump off to White. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing now is Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule. Had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Little interesting sidebar. Each week we get notes to pour over for each team in the league. And we found that while the Browns have not won at home, there's also one other team in the league yet to win on their home turf. Who is that?
Go ahead, let me know, because I know you got the answer to this one.
I do. Tampa Bay, they're 3-1 on the road, 0-3 at home.
That's a very unusual deal because all NFL teams preach defending your home turf and trying to split on the road. Tampa Bay seems to be reversing that a little bit. They get their next chance at home on Thursday night because they host the Atlanta Falcons, and Cleveland gets their next chance. They're hosting Dallas.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And that'll be incomplete. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a foot. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Well, just play after. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch right, watch right. Watch right, watch right.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a game. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo, defense, let's go. Let's go.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ohio, Ohio. Let's go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Still an important piece of it, and that will keep our score right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So 2nd and 10 here. Brady to throw on 2nd down. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Brady now to throw. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
Now Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that's good for a New England 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st down, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
To throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked.